Yeah, it is. We're live.
What up, what up, what up?
What up? Hey. Oh, people are already waiting. That's awesome.
How you guys
That's
doing
cool.
out there? We doing good?
Oh, my goodness. So let's see here. The anticipation. That must mean that super producer's on right now.
What up, super
That
producer?
would be good.
How was the earthquake?
Yeah, she's answering.
Oh, yeah. Hey, for you guys out there that didn't know, Northern California had an earthquake and Northern Nevada. They said at first it was 6.2, but they downgraded it to 5.9. It was in Smith Valley and also in Farmington, California, so two separate ones.
Yep.
5.9 and 4.8 earthquakes, which is kind of cool because I hadn't been in an earthquake since like right after Loma Prieta. So it was actually kind of cool to feel. I know I'm a little demented, as we all know, but that's okay because we got robbed.
I didn't feel it. And I was in Loma Prieta and I was in, what's the one in LA?
Northridge.
I felt both of those. So
Yeah.
That's right.
I was in both of those. So this is nothing.
Hey, and by the way, folks, if you don't know Drew Schultz,
Yep.
you should.
Yeah, guest tonight.
Yeah, Clover Valley Culinary.
Clover. I put Placer, so I apologize. I'll correct that later. It's Clover Valley
Yes.
Culinary.
Which is kind of cool.
Let's see what it says. It was shaken here in Reno.
Wow.
So,
Reno,
yeah.
I know some friends of ours in Chico felt it as well.
Yeah.
So from
Whole lot of shaking going on.
Oh yeah.
So we're working on our audio today. Got the mic a little closer. The reason why also is we have an air conditioner and two fans going on in here because it's hot.
Yep.
Let's be
And
honest.
it's not just
hot.
because I'm here.
Oh man, so it's been crazy.
Thank you.
So I think a couple things we got to do is a couple shout outs first.
Yes.
First of all, we just had 4th of July, so
Yes, we did. Thank you, America.
shout out to America. That's the first thing. Second thing is last time we had a show, we were honoring my father-in-law who passed away.
Yes, we were.
And he will be we'll be burying him on Saturday. So that's happening. And then also another shout out to my neighbor and friend Ross Shares, who did lose his life on 4th of July to a heart attack. And so great man, great memories. Don't want to bring it all somber, but I just want to just give a shout out and honor those people because you want to honor the wonderfulness of them. So no sad, wonderful people. Blessed that they were on my, train of life. And so thank you for the blessings and memories. On top of that, we have been busy.
Yes.
We have shows that are hitting Tuesday and Saturday and our Thursdays. So we have 3 shows going a week here on
That's
What
right.
Up. So there's a lot going on here with What Up. And then also a shout out to the grounds again. We posted a lot of content about At the Grounds. We just did a highlight video. Check that out. It's a nice short one. You can check it out on our YouTube channel.
Pig races.
The pig races were really cool. We did a good
Yeah.
job. Livestock. It was just a really cool event. And I was just down there with them today, and they have got more stuff coming. They have a Sinister Con.
Yes, Sinister Con.
So we're going to look at doing that, which is...
why is it that every time I think of Sinister, I always think of the song Am I Evil?
Because that's how you roll.
Yeah, true.
That's right. So Sinister Con is like a horror con.
Yes.
Basically.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Hopefully I can go there and catch it in the morning, and then you guys can have some fun there because I work on weekends. And then what was the other one that I sent over to you?
Oh, it was the Taco Fest.
There's a Taco Fest. They're going to have, like we just did the Rib-Off, they're going to do
Taco Fest
Taco
21.
Fest.
Be there.
And they're going to have a whole contest on who makes the best taco.
Oh, yes.
How can you miss that?
I bet you Drew could tell us how to make some great tacos.
Oh, my God.
Street tacos.
Street tacos. Oh, my God.
Yes.
So that's coming. We're going to be a part of that.
Tongue taco
videos.
I'm going to do a tongue taco. I'm going to
That's
enter
kind of
into
an
a tongue
interesting
taco.
one.
Yeah.
Tongue's actually, it's really good.
Very traditional.
Yeah.
Never had that. So
It's actually, I never thought
I think
would
taco
have
might
tongue.
work.
I had it at Korean barbecue one time. I had to try it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's good.
All right.
It's actually
well,
good.
that might explain you.
Brew.
All right, so we'll go right into it because we're going to just, it's hot. We don't want to go too long. We're going right into Clover Valley Culinary, Placer Valley Culinary, all the names that I'm giving to you. and Drew.
All 97 of them.
And Drew brought us some food even. So
Oh, yeah, 2 fat guys.
we're
going to
get to
Come
that as
on.
well. But Drew, tell us how you kind of got started. How did this all come about? And starting to you talked a lot before we started the show, but let's share it with the people. Like, how did you're involved in a lot of things, senior center, but you're also started this and you're really trying to reach out and make something happen. And we wanted to share that with everybody.
Yeah. So I've been cooking my whole life. I mean, it's funny. It's what people say. What do? I feed people. I cook and I feed people. I mean, and
we love that.
And I've been on the West Coast to the East Coast, back to the West Coast. But Clover Valley, I live in Clover Valley, and there's so much rich history in Clover Valley, in Placer County, going all the way back to the Indians. And literally, my neighbor across the street has a big grinding stone, rock in his front yard where they were grinding acorns. But I founded Clover Valley Culinary to really highlight and talk a lot about the farms and ranches in Placer County. It's such a wonderful history here. A lot of citrus, and then it went to stone fruit. It brought not just the granite quarry, but all the stone fruit was what brought the train, stuff up in Rockland and up Loomis, Penryn, up that way.
Nice.
Again, focusing on just the healthy food, organically grown, the family stories, the histories, and things like that. I really tie that into the food that I make, and try to get out there and promote Placer County, because it's a wonderful, rich environment of history and culture and food here. So, yeah. And then the volunteer side is just, I've always volunteered, so it's part of what I do, and being part of the fabric of the community.
Now, during the C word thingamajigger that happened over the last year and a half or so, you were doing Zoom classes or Zoom seminars in regards to cooking. I want to know more about that. I mean, we know you did the Zoom, but I want to know for you what it was about, who you did it with, what was the main antithesis. I can't even say that word. I just thought I would try.
You're just trying to reach out.
Yes.
He's going up the levels of the grades.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to be phenomenal.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's a drink, folks. Anyway, sorry.
Phenomenal is a drink. It's a phenomenal drink too.
True.
So it just kind of, I ended up filling in for a chef who couldn't be on this Zoom last year, towards the beginning of the year. And it was a group that, it was COVID. So I was doing a lot of recipe writing and a lot of stuff for a food contractor. I cooked on the fires all last summer for Cal Fire and PG&E. So I started doing this Monday Zoom thing, and it was very interesting. And there were musicians and designers and all these different people. And they said, "Hey, can you fill in as a guest chef?" So I said, "Sure."
Wow.
Went really well. And their regular chef, who was on all the time, was like, "Hey, this guy's like, pretty good on camera, and he didn't burn anything or cut his finger off."
That's always a plus, isn't it?
Yeah. So the group called Mocha Plus out of San Francisco, they do a lot of design consultation and things like that. Anyway, they asked me a couple other times, and then we did a really fun show at Christmas, and it was all around different dishes that were traditional American dishes or holiday dishes.
Oh, nice.
So we had fun with it, and did a pomegranate martini. During the election, they asked me to do a cooking show at election time, and I did the George Washington Old Fashioned because that was his favorite drink. And he actually grew rye as a cover crop on his property. Right. And then I
forgot about that.
Then he started distilling. He was the first rye distiller, whiskey distiller in the United States. So it's cool because all the history was getting tied into it. I was using local products, and it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is so cool, actually. I think that's work.
So, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you got a mind going on. Go, Chris. Go.
I got it.
Chris.
What happens in life.
Yeah. My head just explodes when it doesn't come out. But you also, you said you give back. We were talking a little bit back. And at Clover Valley Culinary is on Instagram, and he made this peach cobbler.
Oh, that's right.
I want to bring it up because it was so good that looking at it made me taste it. I want to know where that went or what happened with that, because that was, oh my God. I was going to go through the screen. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
But, oh boy.
No, but again, being involved.
Isn't that what this is?
Those are the big cherry scones.
Okay, we got some stuff here. I'm just like.
So being involved in the community is really important. Volunteering with me is really important. It's part of my mission statement for the business. And so I've gotten in with the Loomis Senior Life Center.
Nice.
And so we had a feed every month where people would drive up and we would make the meals. A lot of people different groups around the community would help. And so I said, I'm just going to start baking bread, and I'm going to make bread for the people. I kind of got that, not to go down a rabbit hole, but in Washington, D.C. at Uptown Bakers, the owner of the bakery got into bread at dead shows. He was a deadhead.
Oh, that's cool.
He used to do bread for the dead. Because all these people,
bread for the dead.
All these people were hungry, and he's like,
that.
I'm going to start baking bread, and he started selling his bread at the dead shows. So I thought, I'm going to, bread for the dead. That was really cool. I'm going to do bread for the people because this is for the people in my community. So I donated bread every month and got to interact with the seniors. And the peach cobbler was because it was the first sit down we've done in like 16 months because of COVID, where all the seniors could get in the senior center, sit and interact with each other, no masks or anything. And it was a 4th of July themed meal. Nice. So I said, I'm going to do peach cobbler because that's America right there.
America. And let me tell you, you could taste it looking at that screen or on, oh my God, it was phenomenal.
And then bonus on that, if I could jump, bonus on that was the ranch right over the hill for me, Nita Ranch on Del Mar in Loomis.
Yeah, I know that.
They've been around since like 1910, family owned. They donated all the peaches for the peach cobbler.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So
that's a huge shout out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Nita Ranch?
Nita, N-I-T-T-A, Nita.
N-I-T-T-A.
Nita Ranch.
Wonderful
peaches. Wonderful.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So what is your favorite thing to cook? Like, absolutely. Like, if you're like, I want to cook, I want this, I want to make it. What is your thing?
Crab cakes. And
cool. Okay. That went totally not where I was thinking it was going.
Because I go play. So I learned to make crab cakes at the Jockey Club in Washington, D.C.
So I was just going to ask
at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah. Oh,
and yes, it was blue crab, and out here I'll use the Dungeness lump.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you go to restaurants and they have crab cakes, they're like little pancakes.
Yeah.
These are crab cakes. These are like the Jockey. I make them big, and that's what you want. You want a big mouthful of crab meat. You don't want filling, and So that's my ultimate favorite thing to make for people.
That's cool.
I get it. That works. That definitely works. Now, it sounds like you've been a cook for a couple of years. When did you start your cooking career?
So at 16, I got a driver's license, and my dad said, you need to go get a job if you want to put gas in the car.
Fair enough.
And so I went to work at this pizza parlor as a scullery boy. And a scullery boy back then was you bust the tables and you wash the dishes.
Oh, my God.
So that's what I did. And I got pretty good at that. And I'd get caught up. And so they'd say, hey, come here. We need you to make the tomato sauce. And I learned to make the dough. And then I learned to use the sheeter. And then I learned to make a pizza. And that was the cool thing. Getting on the pizza line was cool because then you could watch and see what was going on in the restaurant.
Check out the girls.
Listen to the music. So, and then it just kind of blossomed from there.
That works. Nice.
The restaurant bit, cooking for me, I tried the front of the house for a while, but I think Anthony Bourdain was one of the people who said it best. There's this subculture that's the kitchen. And we're just these crazy, wild, different, sometimes psychotic, sometimes living on the edge.
Ding, ding, ding,
we'll work countless hours in hot, sweaty environments. But there's this camaraderie. There's this bond that we all have. And I fit in there. I was like, I was no longer the square peg in the round hole. It was just completely a fit.
Yeah, there's definitely huge line between the back of the house and the front of the house. Because when I was way back when in the restaurant business, I did both. And I'll tell you what, it was amazing to see the headbutting that went on and just the different dynamics. And you bring it up and I'm sitting there going, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, psychotic. Absolutely. But anyway.
A different tribe, kind of the berserker tribe,
True.
Well, then baking is different, right? Because you don't really have a front of the house. You're baking through a long period of time. You definitely do a lot of baking now. Yeah,
and the wonderful thing about baking is growing up, I was not a very patient person. So I was very impatient. I didn't want to sit and wait for my turn at bat. I wanted to be up at bat every time, So the cool thing about baking and pastry, I mean, the dough, you wait on the dough, right? The dough, especially sourdough, like my cinnamon whole wheat sourdough rolls, those take, the first proof on those take actually a total of about 10 hours to proof.
Yeah.
And it's all bench proof, and it takes time because it's sourdough.
Right.
So you can't rush it. You can't speed it up. You can't add a little more of this or that to make it faster. You just have to wait. So the baking part is really cool.
He's already digging in.
It's very Zen-like.
So we want to talk about our bread here?
So the flour I get, and I'm different than, I bake differently. I'm very holistic about it. Early Bird Farm and Mill, they stone ground their flour, and it's amazing. It's all Northern California whole wheat, and the sourdough starter is mine. It's
okay. How old is your starter?
It's a couple years old. It's not the Amish. There's a misnomer about how old the starter is. The most important thing with a starter is that it's active, and it's fed well, and it's used at the right time. And that's some things that sometimes people during COVID, right? The big C, everybody became a sourdough bread baker.
Right. I did too.
And I have all these people say, oh, I failed at it. Well, because there's a lot of bad information about sourdough out there. So, the starter has to be ready. It has to be activated. It has to be at the right time. Otherwise, it's too acidic and too sour, and you don't get the two types of fermentation that should go on.
So let me ask this question sourdough-wise. So you're trying to get your starter to a certain point, right? It's got a good bubble that's really active. Tell me a little bit about the levain. Is it like when you kind of start it, you kind of mix some flour and you let it go? Some people do and some people don't use that. What are your kind of...
Right, and then there's the whole discard thing. So a good basic rule of thumb is, let's say you make a starter, right? Let's say you take 100 grams of flour and 100 grams of water and you mix them. And if you want to start out, you can throw a little bit of yeast in there, and you let your starter sit. If you're going to bake a loaf of bread, and the loaf of bread is going to use, says that they want you to use 100 grams of starter, okay? So you're going to want to feed your starter 100 grams, 50 water, 50 flour, like the day before you're going to bake the bread. And what you're doing is you're actually letting it ferment, and the proteins are starting to let the probiotics come out, which is where you get the good gut health. Because I even have people that have gluten allergies, and they'll try my sourdough bread. I apologize. They'll try my sourdough bread, and they're like, wow, I didn't get that reaction. Right. It's because of the fermentation process. The proteins break down in a different way. The gluten structure is completely different.
Right. You can eat gluten intolerant can usually eat sourdough.
Yes. It also depends on the type of flour you use too.
I was going to ask that question. Okay. So starter wise,
yes.
Some people are all about pumpernickel or rye or wheat or just straight, unbleached flour. Is there really that big of a difference?
There is, because of the protein content in the flour. Also, you really want to look for stone ground flour that's unbleached. There's roller milled, and what happens when you roller mill, not to get too much into the science, but when you roller mill, you split out what happens is they split out the bran and the endosperm, the big wheat part of the wheat kernel, and then they add it back in later, but they don't always put it back in, and the bran is really important. So when it's stone ground, It's all ground together. Okay.
Okay.
And
I
then-
never understood that. So
Yeah.
that's actually good information.
And then unbleached is really important because you think about it.
I'm sorry. I have to. Can I have another piece?
When you think about it, who wants to eat bleach, right? I mean,
Oh, thank
bleach
you.
in food.
That
So
Is
so
that
generous.
Is that going to hit the spot?
Sorry, it was
That's
so
okay.
good. And you keep talking about it, and
We're just sitting there eating.
So the type of flour is really important too, because if you want your yeast culture in there to ferment, all the bleach doesn't come out, and they're using chemical bleach to bleach flour to make
Right.
it look nice and white and pretty.
Mhm.
Whereas if stone ground flour, if you let it rest for a little bit and what I call age, it naturally bleaches out. So it's not always a perfect white, but it will naturally bleach out.
All right. I got the next question.
All right.
I know I struggled. I finally figured it out. But I know a lot of people are probably watching because they want to learn some of this stuff too. Having somebody who knows what they're talking about is good information. When you have bread that's just flat, that sourdough, it just doesn't get that rise. What is your best explanation to help somebody fix that problem?
So the loaves of bread, it depends on the flour. So if you want this beautiful looking loaf of sourdough,
Big round.
Okay.
Yeah.
go buy bleached flour that is enriched and all that. Okay. And it's going to be a much softer, lighter flour. So you're going to get more rise.
There's
out
going to
of it.
rise more with that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The denser, the denser stone ground flours won't do that in the time frame that most people are thinking about. Most people rush their bread too much.
Okay.
They don't wait on the sourdough. When you've got that whole wheat flour, it takes the stone ground, unbleached, not fortified. It takes longer for that grain, I call it, right? It's been ground, but it takes longer for it to absorb the water or the liquid. Okay, so it's a time thing.
Okay.
Also, you want to make sure that your hydration is different than you would on those other types of flours where they're all light and fluffy and they absorb the water right away.
I've been hearing that. I know of some pizza. A shout out to Capelli's Pizza. They've been playing with different hydrations. And it's been fun to watch them. So a big shout out to them. They're a good family.
They're in
Placer
Roseville
County.
as well, folks.
Yep.
And Roseville.
And they're a Lincoln family.
Yes.
And they're in Roseville in 2 different locations.
Now that's what it is. Okay.
But I know that they started playing with different hydrations with their pizza crust and seeing how that would happen if they can improve things and do different things, which is kind of a cool thing to see that somebody's doing that as well. I have a friend who's an amazing baker, and I don't know how he did. Every single one was just unbelievably perfect. And I'm like, how you doing? And he said hydration was key.
Yeah.
But I'm going to blow your mind and see if
So
you've
hold
ever
on.
done this. Okay.
Does that mean you got to drink a lot of beer because hydration, right?
Well,
You got to
You
stay
can have beer
hydrated.
bread.
You got to stay hydrated, especially when it's hot like this. You got to stay hydrated.
So
Beer, bread.
Right.
It's just, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
the yeast.
So I might, if you've ever done this, my cousin, I got into making bread and sourdough, and she got way better than I did, and he has the time, it takes the time, and so my cousin Janet says it's just too hot to turn the air conditioner on, so they bake their bread in a slow cooker.
I have
it turned out amazing.
I have heard of that. I've also, and I haven't tried it yet. Just on the last camping trip, it was crazy, and it was cold and at night anyway. And there were bears. It was kind of funny chasing bears out of the campground. But I want to do next time we go. I'm going to do a loaf of sourdough in the Dutch oven.
Oh, over the fire.
Yeah, and I'm going to.
Could you imagine camping a fresh loaf of bread at the campground?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
So I'm going to film it.
So how
and
would you
everything.
really do a lot of your
my
hydration
God,
while
yes.
you're baking? Like, are you going to open and kind of spray in, or how is that the thought process there? Because you got the Dutch oven and you got that in there,
Right. It's hard to get
really-
it's hard to get the steam with the Dutch oven
Right.
like you can on a regular oven. So that's the piece I'm trying to figure out before I do it, and
Right.
then I'll like videotape the whole thing.
That I want to watch.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool.
I know. I do want to see that. Would you pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side, though?
That's where it's passed.
I had to. I had to. Yep, exactly.
Do we need to go to the scones?
Yes. Yes.
Chris obviously
Yes.
didn't eat before, so It looks like there's one for you right there.
Ooh, oh, danger.
There's one for you right
There's
there.
one for me. So we've got.
By the way, we just had the focaccia.
Oh my
And now we got
gosh,
the-
it's so good. Look at that. Bing cherries.
Bing cherry scones. Yeah.
So
Bing.
Bing.
this is.
I don't know if they named that after Bing Crosby or
Oh,
what came
Wow.
first. Did the Bing cherry
Not
come first,
flavor.
or Bing Crosby come first?
Bing
I think
cherry.
the cherry.
All right.
Isn't it?
It's a question.
Yeah. Chicken and egg,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has to be the most moist scone I've ever had.
Isn't that true?
Oh my
And the
god.
flavor is incredible.
Thank you. Super simple recipe. Just
So
I'd mess it
nothing
up.
crazy.
Trust me, I would.
tell everybody where to find you so they can find
Yes.
your recipes, follow you, what you're doing, hire you out, get involved with
So
what you're doing.
I have a website, and it's it's up at Clover Valley Culinary. I'm not a web designer. I'm a baker and a chef and a cook and a pastry. But I'm also on Instagram at Clover Valley Culinary.
Oh yeah.
And, I post a lot of cooking tips and things that I'm doing, and usually put up a menu of what I'm baking for the week. And sometimes I add whole wheat
He
tortillas,
needs to be out of denial.
things
Yeah.
like that.
He needs a YouTube show.
True, huh?
We know a couple of guys.
We know some people.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go into a fast fire round of some questions,
All right,
and then we're going to play a game.
that's what my rally hat on.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Get it on. There we go. I like it.
All right, all
I'm going
right.
to quit eating. Chris is going to finish this scope because he's hungry and it's good. All right, so, and then you guys can play along and type into the messages what you think when we play the game, which is this or that. But the first question, real rapid fire. What is the most annoying habit someone can have?
Picking their nose.
Picking their nose.
True.
If you had intro music, what song would it be and why?
I would say, wow, God, there's so. That's a tough.
These
one.
are tough rapid fires.
Yeah,
huh?
that is a rapid
Thank you,
fire.
super producer, for supplying.
Yeah. I'd have to say Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower. I know Bob Dylan wrote the music, but I like the way Jimmy
There
did
you
it.
go.
And the reason why is I quoted it in my high school yearbook.
Nice. I like it.
What's the most useful thing you own?
My Danish whisk.
Danish whisk.
Yes.
Not just a normal whisk.
It's got to be
Danish
Danish.
Danish
whisk.
whisk.
Yep.
I like it.
What's your favorite way to waste time?
Throwing the toy in the pool with my German Shepherd.
Oh,
Oh, I like
that's
it.
actually a good one.
Yep. I like
That's
that.
nice.
That's
good
puppy
time.
dog.
She's a water dog, man. I'm
That's
telling you.
awesome. What's something popular now that annoys you?
Social media.
Social media. This is what we live on
I
now.
know.
I know.
This is all. It's not. It's
Not-
now in the future.
I would say the word chef. Everyone's a chef because there's so many chefs out there now, and I think it's important to be a really good cook, and be proud of that because it's a wonderful trade to have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting into our game. What up is with this or that. So you can type in if you'd like, if you're watching or you're just letting it play, that's fine. But while we're live here, you can say which one you would want. So here we go. First one is pineapple pizza or candy corn.
Ooh. You don't put pineapple on pizza.
This is
Why
the
not?
great debate. Is there ham on there or is it just pineapple?
Let's
Is
do
it
it as a
Canadian
Hawaiian.
bacon?
It's a
Okay,
Hawaiian.
It's a
style,
Hawaiian.
right?
All right.
No, you do not put pineapple on pizza.
Why
sir.
not? Tell me why.
Just don't.
Candy
Why
corn.
don't you?
Why?
Yeah.
Because you don't. It's like sacrilegious. You
I
don't
don't get
put
what's-
pineapple on pizza.
What do you hate about Hawaiians?
I love Hawaiian, so don't go there in that.
Yeah, he does the,
So you're candy corn in it.
Yes.
All right. Where you at?
Well, the cool thing about candy corn, I'll go candy corn because it's functional in other ways. You can make little fangs with it and scare
That's pretty
your your grandchildren, and yeah.
I'm all about. Well, let me say, I'll say pineapple pizza because I I'm all about the Canadian bacon and that's mine. But candy corn, have you ever noticed that you take those and you line them all up in a circle and you can keep going up and it turns into a corn? Into a full corn.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, try it sometime.
We got to try it.
Yep.
It's another show.
Actually
Another
a
show.
kernel, and it will turn into an actual corn, a full corn. So now, just the more you know. There you go.
The more
Anybody,
you know.
pizza, pineapple pizza, or candy corn, go ahead and comment. And if not, that's fine. But if you'd like to comment, we'd love to see it. Sort by price or sort by rating?
Ooh, price. Then rating.
Huh. That's a tough one.
That is.
That's
Super
a really
producer,
tough
that's
one.
a good one.
That actually, I'm stuck on that. That's a tough one. Because you wouldn't buy the cheap. Well,
So here's why I say price first, then rating. A lot of ratings are paid for.
yeah.
So therefore,
Look at
like
Yelp.
on Amazon, Yelp,
Yeah.
all that kind of good stuff. There are people out there that pay people to go out and say, give me a good review, give me this, give me that. The ones you really got to look at are the bad reviews, because you can have 8 billion great reviews, and then you look at the guy that had the other product and it's the same guy putting the same exact thing. So
Yeah.
you
You know, I'm going to tell you my little secret on buying stuff.
here it comes.
I know, but it works.
AliExpress.
AliExpress. If you find something that you want, go to AliExpress first and find out if you can get that $50 thing for like $5. Now, you might wait for like a month and a half, but
Or
you just
two.
spent $5 on the things that you would have spent $50 on. And I do it all the time. It's awesome.
It's hysterical.
It's my thing. It's my thing. Did you have one? Price or rating?
Price.
Price. Misquoted movies or mistaken lyrics? She's on fire this week.
Oh,
Misquoted movies or mistaken lyrics. That's pretty funny too.
that is.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Can we
Super
say
producer.
all the above?
I love when people are belting out a song. I'll give you this because my wife Rashid, she was in the car one day and she was belting out. She was like, "Where is my job today?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Where's my job today?" What kind of song is that? And it was to that Katie Lang song. And
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
"What is my job today?" It's "Where's my John Wayne?" It's one of my favorite mistaken lyrics
Oh
moments
my
of all
God, that's
time.
awesome.
So
Oh my God.
I love the mistaken lyrics because it cracks me up when people sing it wrong and you're like, what? You just, especially when you're at a concert and somebody's by you and they're butchering the lyrics. Hilarious. Anyways, misquoted movies or mistaken lyrics.
Go ahead, sir.
Lyrics.
Lyrics.
Like in the movie Bull Durham. See, I'll quote the movie properly.
Oh,
when
yeah.
the guy couldn't get the
Yeah.
song right, and he was
Yeah.
so upset. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Women aren't woolly; they're wary.
Truth.
Oh,
I'm going to go song lyrics. One
Song
of the
lyrics?
best ones that I can remember still to this day. My buddy was singing, Affle Daffle. And I asked him, I go, what the heck is that? He goes, dude, you don't know what Affle Daffle is? And I went, I have no idea what that is. And so I heard the song and he started singing it. And I went, you mean I Would Die For You by Prince? What? That's what they're saying? Dude, you had like dialects and languages that nobody ever has said. It was hysterical. I was crying.
You know, and the best part too, probably one of the most famous mistaken ones is "In the Garden of Eden," which became "In the Garden of Eden."
Oh yeah.
It was literally "In the Garden of Eden." They changed the name of the song because everybody said it was "In the Garden of Eden,"
Yep.
which is hilarious. We got somebody. Let's see. You can roll candy corn with Tootsie Rolls into a log and serve it in a bowl of lemon Jello.
Whoa.
Not Peter Lemongello. Oops, excuse me. You know who
That
Peter,
sounds awesome.
yes.
That's awesome.
You know who Peter Lemongello is, don't
I have
you?
no idea. I don't know if I want to go there. Do I?
Fletch.
Fletch.
A Fletch reference.
Oh, Chevy Chase.
Mhm.
That
Chevy
Fletch?
Chase. Fletch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Peter Lemongello. Oh, wow. Anyway.
Robots or dinosaurs?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Because Wilma or Betty?
Oh, Betty. Oh, Betty. Even though Wilma was a redhead,
Yes.
but
Redhead and white.
Betty was where the term Betty came
That's
from.
right.
truth.
That's right.
Yep. But actually, because since I was like yay tall, I was always interested in dinosaurs.
So that's why you loved our little dinosaur show
Yes.
that we did.
And that was the next thing I was going to reference
Yeah.
as well. I had so much fun on our dinosaur show that it was like, oh my God, I felt like being a kid again. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
love dinosaurs, and my nephew loves dinosaurs. So it's kind of one of those little connections or my great nephew, wow, I'm old, have that little connection there. And so it works out good.
Yep.
That's why.
So check out our dinosaur show.
Yes,
Still up
please
there.
do.
Dinosaurs are
Dinosaurs all
dinosaurs.
day. Dinosaurs all day. Yeah.
I think I'm the same.
The pterodactyl.
I
the
mean, we're
triceratops.
living in robot world now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are much more interesting. They just tear you apart.
But I think Godzilla would
You know
win
what?
over robots. Godzilla would take out all the
destroy
robots.
them.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
probably true. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd go for Godzilla versus the
Pacific
robots.
Rim
Godzilla.
kind of showed that Godzilla and robots. I don't know. Because movies are real.
Yeah.
Well, they aren't.
So, have you guys seen the dads that are doing the dinosaur things?
No.
They go, they'll do a video. You got to check them out. They're hilarious. And they'll go to the dad and be like, "Hey, Dad, I see the Papasaurus Rex." And then the dad will go into this, and like it's when like there's some food or from in front of him or a cake. The one I saw, he had a cake in front of him, and the mom's like, "No." And the dad starts to tear the cake up, throwing it all over the place. Gets up on the table, and they have all these videos that are out now that these guys are doing that.
Are these
I got
like
a short arm and a big head.
Are these like the husbands of Target? Have you seen those guys?
No, I haven't seen
Oh
that.
my god! Yeah.
There's so
You gotta
much
watch
great
it.
content.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the best content is What Up with Rob and Chris.
What up?
You're right here with it. All right.
All right.
Fainting or spit take?
Spit
What?
take.
Say
A
that.
fainting or spit take?
What is a
So
spit take?
I don't know. A spit take is when you drink something and you
Oh, okay.
start laughing.
Oh,
Fainting,
okay.
passing
And I
out.
think she's on that. Like
A
you're about to start
syncopal
laughing, like
episode.
fainting, like ah, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
So fainting or spit take? Which one would you rather do to over exaggerate your laughing?
Oh, I say a spit take, especially when people are in front of me, and especially since I just kind of did a small one to you accidentally. But no, I'm just kidding.
You're watering our guest.
Yes, I am. He needs to
growing.
hydrate,
I'm
right?
growing.
Anyway, but yeah, definitely a
Spit take.
Spit
Spit
take.
take.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
go with that. We'll go with that. All right. Loud neighbors or nosy neighbors?
Ooh.
That, man.
Bro, I can't stand nosy neighbors.
You could handle the loud.
Yeah, hell yeah, because I'd be louder than they are. Think about
That's
that for
true.
a moment.
You may actually be the loud neighbor. Not the lousy one. The loud one.
Thanks, ass.
That's where I went with that. So loud, or because he is the loud neighbor.
Nosy.
Louder
That's
nosy.
why I moved to Clover Valley.
There you
No
go.
house right there. No house right there. A little bit of
That's pretty
space. Just everybody do their own thing.
That works.
Yeah.
I can't stand the nosy neighbor either.
Yeah. Nosy neighbors are, yeah.
Loud, I can go out and have a conversation with them. Like, I'll be loud, but like not at this time.
Yeah.
Because then I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna punch it.
You can have fun with the loud ones too. You can keep
Yeah,
going, what?
that's true.
What?
Well, yeah, and usually, I get to know the neighbors, but nosy, get out of my business.
Yes.
Yeah, that's no point of that. All right.
Truth.
Passwords or secret handshakes?
Ooh.
I don't know
She
which
dug deep.
Yeah, she did.
She dug deep this week.
She dug deep to get to the bottom to stay on top, by
it's
the
like,
way.
which one's
Anyway.
easier to remember, the password or the secret handshake?
Well, it depends. If you have the same handshake for the same group of people, that's easy. But if you have a different handshake for different people, that's going to be the difficult part. So it's almost like the hypothesis of the Pythagorean theorem, taking the passwords and rolling them all up and doing the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That was a Cliff Clavin moment,
I was
by the way,
waiting,
folks.
I was waiting for the you love watching this game. Yeah, because you created it. What do you got? Passwords or secret handshakes?
Passwords.
Passwords. There's nothing more fun than a secret handshake, though.
Oh, I thought which ones don't you? I don't like
you don't like that?
passwords. I don't like
Which
passwords.
one would you do?
Because you
don't
have
like
to
that?
keep changing the stupid password. You
Yeah.
know, it's like I don't know. I want to
1, 2, 3, 4. You know, when you have to add a 5 or 4, 3, 2.
I'd rather
1.
everything be a secret handshake.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, even if
That'd be cool if you came up to your computer and this little hand
instead
came
of
up
face
and you're
recognition, and you were like,
yeah. Woo. That'd be better than a password. Nobody gets that.
absolutely.
Flounders. Anyway.
Would you prefer a speeding ticket or a parking ticket?
Oh, speeding ticket, because then I know I was having fun and
Yeah.
I deserved it.
Oh, God. That's
A
awful.
speeding ticket, yeah, because sometimes you can kind of, tell a little story and kind of get your way out of it. Parking ticket, you just have to pay it.
Can you tell a story about a parking ticket?
No, you just have to pay it. You just usually
man.
have to mail in, pay it. Speeding tickets always got a story.
And meter maids are.
Super producer says an awesome handshake on that one before.
Mm.
Bad breath or body odor?
Ooh.
I couldn't. Body odor kills me.
Yeah.
That
You know what's the worst?
I'm always worried it's me. I'm literally like checking everything. God, is it me? Did I do it? Oh my God, I hate that.
And then the
bad
body
breath, I could go fix that.
Yeah, body odor, and then they cover it up with cologne.
Oh,
So you have the sweet and the sour, and I'm not talking sourdough here. I'm talking, just bad.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because body odor just that'll knock you out.
Yeah.
I got to tell the story because names don't matter. We have a supplier delivery person came in and he was delivering stuff. He smelled so bad that it stayed in the air. It was so bad. And we would go and Lysol it and it still wouldn't kill it. I finally went and got the stuff simple plug. Ozium is the best odor killer I've ever found in my life. But Ozium, it's like an auto one, but it kills any odor. But man, that body odor could be so bad it just lingers. And we got customers coming into our stores. I saw hot dogs, by the way.
So are we going to have Ozian moments of the day then?
The Ozium. We're gonna have to see if we can get them to sponsor us, right?
Yes.
But just bad breath. You can close your mouth. You can go get something to drink, some coffee, whatever it needs to be, and kind of handle that. But body odor, man, that'll knock you out. That stuff could be just
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great time to shout out to our sponsor, Anchor by Spotify, on our podcast.
Anchor by Spotify.
Thank you very much. We
love
appreciate
you guys.
you. And if
Absolutely.
anybody else out there would be interested in sponsoring us, hey, we're here. Yes, we are.
What was that little saying? It's hard to see. Nice plug. Oh, yeah. Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah. All night long, baby.
So Anchor by Spotify is a sponsor. We also want to shout out, we have a lot of other people
At the grounds.
At the grounds. We really want to.
Absolutely.
They are amazing, and we just want to always plug
Yes.
them because they invite us, let us do all this stuff that nobody
Oh, my
else did
God.
at the fair.
Oh,
A lot of the news crews, they come in for like 5 minutes,
12
do a little
seconds.
thing, and they're gone. We were there
For
like
hours.
3 days and rib off and interviewed everybody and went and saw everything, and they were they were amazing. And
Yes.
Dawnette was amazing. So we love them, and we're just going to be on more events. And just thank you for really supporting us in a not unofficial sponsorship, I guess is what we would call
True.
it.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much.
We had a lot of fun doing it.
Last one.
Oh, Nelly, you ready? Wait a minute. Hold on. Who would you like to do a shout out to?
Yeah.
I would like to do a shout out to, Nita Ranch recently,
Yeah.
just for donating the peaches
Yeah.
and supporting the community. And then the Loomis Senior Life Center. It's not just Loomis. We feed people in Lincoln, Rockland, Roseville, Newcastle, all within the Loomis Basin. The work that they do there, and it's not just feeding. There's classes. There's a food pantry there that's for everyone, people that are hungry and in need. So those are my two. World Central Kitchen. I mean,
There you go.
Cooking on the
Big
fires.
W.
The work that they do on the fires, and there's amazing people that volunteer. Like Guy Fieri, never tries to publicize it and stuff. He's there every year on the fires,
Oh,
him and
really?
his crew. So the work that Jose Andres and World Central Kitchen has done across the world, but asking all of us chefs within our community to be representatives of taking care of the needy. So those are my big ones.
He's looking them up right now.
I'm actually looking up. I want to also plug the next show's coming up.
Oh yeah.
So first of all, Rihanna Milne.
Yep.
Awesome. You got to check her out.
The love
coach and author. She's amazing. She's in Florida.
Yep.
With a Jersey accent.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But you got to check her out. She was amazing. Highlights from the Placer County Fair hit yesterday.
Yes.
Check that out as well. The Placer County Rib Off was just a hot video, and keep watching that.
God.
Those guys are amazing. So you want to catch that video. We have coming up this Saturday is radio show host Danny Coleman.
That guy.
That guy's so amazing. He's so cool.
Man, you're gonna
love watching that.
He was a lot of fun too. He had some great content to give us. I mean, I just kind of sat there and was like a little kid, just like, wow.
Cool.
I can't even spit it out. See, there's another thing I can't.
He's fun. You're going to really enjoy that. And also, we had cancer survivor and author Keith Guernsey, and his is up already. And then also, everybody missed this. It was kind of as we were coming back, and I always want to replug it because it was such a good interview. But Brendan Darby is a former NFL football player with the Ravens and the 49ers and the Rain Fire World League. People, you're missing out on one of the best interviews I think we've done.
Yeah.
That guy was incredible, amazing to be able to interview him. And some of the knowledge that he had in that was just the insight of trying to make it in college and the pros. And there's things you'll learn in that actually attribute to everyday life.
Yep.
And so don't miss that show.
Aztec for life, folks.
So we have that going on Saturday, and then we
Wait,
got more going.
Stay?
No, he is. Brendan Darby.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. One of our boys just graduated from there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we go Aztecs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was an honor warrior, so they brought him back as an honor warrior. So really cool. You guys are missing out if you're not watching those shows.
Oh yeah.
Again, the podcast.
Yep.
If you have an Alexa.
Yep. Say what up.
All you do is say play
what up with Rob and
Chris, and it'll play
in
for
stereo too.
We're in stereo.
All
right, we'll get to the final card and let everybody go. It's hot. Happy summer. Thanks for joining us. The last card is air guitar or air drums.
Oh, yeah. You cannot pick between them because you got to.
Phil Collins in the air of night, just from a do.
Yeah, I can't see it. Sorry. Anyway, and then what about a little Eddie Van Halen?
Oh yeah,
Kirk Hammett, like one of my. Oh man.
So should we have an air guitar off contest sometime for our show? Have our guests.
We should, but I think that we might have
when Tamara Lou and Andrea from the stage are on, we should make them do an air guitar contest.
We may have. Hold on. That's TBA, just due to the fact that we got to check on a few copyright things we're going to have to look into.
Oh, we could use original content that's approved.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
So mine, I would rather do air drum.
I like both.
Yeah, but you got to pick.
No,
that's the rules. Super producer will come back.
Well, it was like this and like that and like this. That's why.
Well, it was a good day too.
Yes.
But.
Amen.
Which one?
You.
Which one?
Oh, mother.
She would make you.
Erica's not here, so I'm not answering.
All right, what do you got?
I gave both.
Air guitar because you can use props.
Oh, very good.
Fair enough.
You can't use props in a drum?
I guess you kind of can. I don't know. I've used more props air guitaring than.
See, I'm all about Animal from the Muppets, drummer.
Animal. Did you know that character, they got him from Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac?
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow. They got Snuffleupagus from Chris.
Yep, they did. How did you know that?
Big Bird right over here. All right, good night, everybody. We love you. What up? Thanks for joining us.
What up? And don't forget, I'm a figment of your imagination,
That's
folks.
right. Check out the shows. Danny Coleman Saturday. We'll see you guys really soon.